Guro Jee Choi of Floro Fighting Systems. So this is going to be part of the, we'll call it unveiling of the arts. I'm a martial artist of almost 4 decades now of training and experiencing this path. So throughout that 40 years almost now, I have accumulated quite a bit of knowledge and skills in various different arts. Now, sad thing about this is that because I have accumulated so many arts, and most, if not all these arts have passed through physical training, it is diminishing as the times passes because I'm no exceptions to the cruelties of time. So with that said, I'm going to try to pass each arts on to you guys, and I will let my students and my Whanau dictate what they want to focus on. And a question that I was asked regarding was how I used to fight in my younger days. So this is establishing my own practice. So this is when I just fought using what I found the most useful. So we're going to start out with the 10 techniques that I found most useful from my personal combat experience. So first thing that I want to pass on to you guys is a slip that's slightly different. So normal slip is this, where you would have to evade the shot slip and you deliver the shot in conjunction with that. How I slip, if the fight starts out with, for those of you who don't know, I'm southpaw, but if you guys are orthodox, you could be fighting like this. And typically how I fight, because right here is, if I see any type of shots coming in, whether it's a jab from a southpaw or orthodox guy throwing that straight, I would move into the shot while evading and delivering that shot by moving 45 degrees to the left, and I'll punch him right in the face. Now, when I do this, it sets my leg up for that follow-up shot placement. So from here, I would either throw a roundhouse, typically to the jawline or to the face or whatever is open. Or if it's a street fight from here, I'll go straight to the groin or inside the thigh or to the inside the knee, behind the knee for that shot placement to get in position where I want for the follow-up cross to finish. So there's that way to do it. Another good thing about this is after I do the pretty much slip and strike, if I could catch onto his sleeve or his jacket or clothes or whatever is there, if not, hair works too. From here, I'll pull him in. I'll do a forward sweep right here and position him, his head right there. Finish him off like that using my old classical Kempo training. But first thing is learning to evading the shot, which is from here, that. So it's from here, right here. 45 degrees to the left, and shot placement here. Next question that I often get from my students, okay, so what if he is not like a southpaw and he's just coming in with a jab from that side as an orthodox? If it's that, obviously, you could switch into that side if you want to. But if you want to stick the same, it's a bit tad risky, but if you time it right, you could also slip this way. But there's the risk of you meeting his fist if you didn't slip in deep enough as you do the shot. So due to that fact, I like to place the shot. If he's coming from this side, I move here. If he's coming from this side, I move here. So there's that. And same thing. After I deliver the shot, if he's wide open right there, boom. That's the roundhouse to the jaw. Obviously, like I said, groin or third, catch, sweep, finish. So there's that ways to apply this. Second shot technique is, let's say if you're fighting someone who's same as you, orthodox, and you just did the jab. Now if we're working on a cross, typically the fight starts and I'll tap the guy's jab, and if he's coming at me with a straight from here, I'd simply pivot that shot. But I'll show you how I used to do it, and I'll show you what I also do nowadays. So from here, I might slip that, and when I see straight coming in, so I'll tap the jab. And then when he comes straight, I pivot, and you can see it's just like how when I teach sidestepping against a straight lunge, I'm gonna move my feet slightly to the right, pivoting my rear leg almost 30 degrees to the same side, using my arm as a guide to pivot. This positions him from here. If I did it correctly, he would have taken that shot and it had deflected him, leaving his head wide open right for me to counter. So that's how I used to deliver the shot. Now, since if it's a really high pace environment, I do a slip and a jab without stepping in. So very similar to how the boxers do it, like this. Then when I see the straight coming, I meet that shot with my elbow destruction horizontal. Just like doing a horizontal elbow slash, but shielding your head from possible miss shot if you didn't get this correctly. But targeting it, I don't like to miss, so I'll be targeting this. If he's throwing his fist right here, I'm targeting that right on his wrist or right on his knuckle. Either way is fine. As soon as he eats that, and if I go deeper, that's fine too. That stop pretty much stuns him. After that shot placement, hammer fist right to his jaws. Jaw, temple, whatever's open, that's fine. If you also manage to hit the nerve, you can literally black him out for a split second, then follow him up with your own elbow. So there's that ways to doing this too. So that's what I typically do against the cross. If it's jab, if I just tap it on a cross, I would destroy that, and I do a hammer fist right here. And if he's still somewhat coherent and active, I could do many things from here, such as catching his arm and hinge joint, dropping him here, finishing him off, stomping on his head. Options are widely available to what's more open, because he's completely neutralized pretty much at this point to do what you need to do, because he can't do anything else. Third technique is very simple, which is your typical bob and weave and shot, or duck and weave and shot. But how I would typically do it is from this position. If he throws that hook, I'm gonna duck, I'm gonna weave. At the same time, I'm gonna throw that shot hook directly to his sternum, stomach, or his groin, whatever's open. Then as he's bending over, overhand right on the jaw to drop him. It's the same way, boom, boom. So 1, 2, 1, 2. You could also follow up with your elbow if he's closer. So technique's totally up to you. Super easy. 4, 5, and 6 is slightly different. So 4 is coming straight out of, a lot of people think it's a Wing Chun. Actually, it is Silam. So Silam Bapai. So when your opponent throws a shot right here, you're gonna basically pak out or tap, lob out, and Guro Jee Choi right here. But the more important thing is you follow it up after that. So Ping Choi. So very much like a Ping Choi shot. So from here, boom, Ping Choi right there. You could do pak, lob, Guro Jee Choi, back fist, but this is actually more, if he takes it, that's good. But if he blocks it, even better, because that allows you to throw a nail the Ping Choi shot to his Adam's apple or to his sternum from that point on. If it's the other side, same thing. Boom, right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. So there's many ways to using a Ping Choi shot, just like in Jeet Kune Do we have similar ways to do it, but there's more of a using Wing Chun as a medium to trap and bind, then throw the shot. This is a more very fast and lucid shot because it attacks constantly in motion. So if you learn to catch onto this, it makes it a whole lot easier. But what's better? There's no such thing. What works best for you is the best. So that's 4. 5 is if he throws a hook or straight, doesn't matter. To be honest, it really doesn't matter. You're going to do a Japanese martial arts. It's very, which you can, so you're blocking it in a classical manner like this. 조단 so from here, we all remember this, but no. 조단 then from here you're gonna catch onto this, doing it inside sabaki right here, and catch. You're gonna grab onto his lead arm. You're now going to throw your body in a kagezuki, which is a 90-degree arc punch, directly to the temple or to his back of the head. As your arm goes over from that shot, if he's still standing, all you're going to do is reverse elbow thrust. That's going to turn into follow-up shot into whatever your favorite punch is right there. So this is obviously coming out of classical Kempo. So if it's done from the other side, like that. So there's that way of doing this. Then as we do more, I'm getting older, so for those of you who are doing this, might be easier for those of you who are younger and more flexible and athletic. We'll finish up with this one. So that's number 5. So 1, 조단 then catching from here, boom. 조단 catch, right here. Boom. So there's that. 6, slightly different, and actually 6 is easy compared to 7 and 8, but 6 is from here. You're trying to defuse a situation, having your hands up, okay? He throws you a punch, whether that's jab or not. Sideways. You're going to use a technique that's very similar to what we use in Indonesian silat as gunting. But we're literally breaking his arm on that shot if we can. If not, we're jamming him up. Using that as a runway, like an airplane guide, that's the first shot. Right here. These come from this side. Right here. Right here. Right here. The shot. Fajin, if you know how to do it with your foot and your hand and learn to release it. If you know how to do that correctly, it will make this whole lot better. Just letting you guys know. Like so. Like that. So this neck face, one shot delivered, pretty much stuns him. If correctly delivered, it can also knock him out. With practice, it definitely is a knockouter if you know how to do it right. So that's it. 7, 8, 9, and 10, we'll go into it when, for those of you in My Whanau, when I land in Aotearoa, in Australia, I'll be more than happy to share with you how to do that. And for those of you who are younger and more flexible, it'll be hella useful for you guys to use. But there's a lot of techniques from classical that are a little bit more show-offy than I would like. I guess the last technique I'll show you before we call it quits for the day is technique from Muay Thai, but that's more of using on a, well, for those of you who are not Muay, you know this trick, but for those of you who are not, who haven't fought in anywhere in Koutou, you probably, especially in the back streets, if you don't know how to do this, then you haven't been in the games for a while. A trick to this is from here, you clinch, right? Clinch them so it's very tight. So from here, shift to the right, shift to the left, especially if your ref's there so you can't take a look. Shot directly to the groin right here. That line straight to the leg for the sciatic. Elbow, straight to the face, turn, knee. So again, going into technique number 8, catch, clinch, slight right, full, 180 left, kick to the groin as soon as the leg is open. Then from here, shot to the sciatic with a roundhouse. Elbow to the face, slide to the right for 180.